Hi friends! Tonight we're making one of our household favorites, Brussels Kraut, which is just fermented Brussels sprouts. They're so good. We dropped my last jar of Brussels sprouts down by the refrigerator on the tile and it broke and the dog ate them all. So these, I've been putting it off. Hi! Doing Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. My last jar broke and I was so sad because they take a month to ferment. They take a while. And so I've been putting it off. And so I'm like, you know what? We're not really doing anything today. Hi. You were watching me? Thank you. I don't watch it very often. It looks cute about once every 2 weeks. It's a special treat.
Oh, come on.
That's why it's hat season over here. So all I'm doing is taking the outer leaves off of the Brussels right now. I usually cut them in half. The more surface area you give, the faster it'll ferment. So if you want them ready faster, you could shred them like sauerkraut. But if you leave them whole or if you just cut them in half, they take quite a while to get tender. So I like my Brussels sprouts around a month, I think is like where it was perfect. I put it in the fridge. So you just kind of have to play around with it. They stay really crunchy for quite a while. Yeah. So if you cut them in half or into quarters, they're going to ferment a little faster. If you shred them, even faster than that. And I'm going to put some garlic in here today, and I'm going to put some bay leaves in here, and I'm going to put some mustard seed and some dill seed. Give it kind of a pickly flavor. It sounds like it will be delicious. I want to get these peeled because once I start chopping, I want to put them straight into the jar. It's all kind of a pretty well-timed thing. So it's best to do this first. Otherwise, I'll be like, chop, 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 put it in my thing, and then back to chop, 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 and then my scale will fall asleep, and I will lose the weight that I had in there. So we have to do it in shifts. How's everybody's weekend? Anyone doing anything fun on this lovely Sunday? We spent some time outside with our chickens today. We have a broody chicken. She's decided that she wants to be a mom. And so she's been sitting on these eggs for like 11 days. But we went out there to free range the other chickens. And today she was like, let me out, let me out, let me out. So we let her come out for a little bit. She must have been feeling a little stir crazy. She came out and took a really long dust bath and just languished in the sun for a bit and ate some bugs. She was very happy. And then she went back and sat on her eggs again. So we'll see. We've got another like 5 days until these eggs could potentially hatch. And we may have baby chicks. We shall see. Hopefully she's going to be a good mama. But I'm sure those chicks are going to be in my house. They're very cute though. Little Easter chicks. And hopefully with them being raised in there by their mom, she will protect them and teach them and keep the other chickens away from them, and they can just integrate nicely. So we'll see. These are supposed to be some really gorgeous blue egg layers, like deep blue. When I told my friend that we had a broody hen, she was like, oh, I have some fancy eggs for you. She's really into like the breeding and the hybridizing, and what color eggs are produced from which chickens. And so she had a whole chart, and she was like, when you combine this one with this one, you get this one, and this one with this one, you get this one. And so these eggs she brought me are supposedly going to be chickens that, if they're girls, will lay these deep blue eggs, which would be very nice. We shall see. And her rooster is quite the stud. He's a good-looking dude, so I'm sure that would make beautiful chickens. Totally fun. I haven't nerded out on all that stuff yet. That's not my area of expertise. I'll let them be the chicken nerds. I'll do my fermenting and stuff. I'll do this stuff. You do that stuff. I went ham on that, though. Did any of you guys play Animal Crossing back in the day? I had so much fun trying to get every color of flower in that game. Had so much fun playing Animal Crossing. I played that game a lot. I had every flower color. I had all the house accessories. I had all the things. Hey, Dad. Hey, Holly. Making Brussels sprout. It was very addicting. It was really fun. It was super fun. Hey, girl. Hey. Any game like that where you can collect stuff. Real fun. Really, really fun. And then my kids got on my game once, and they messed something up, and I was like, let it go, and I never played again. Animal Crossing. That game is super addictive. It was fun. Go to other people's islands. There's a whole thing. I made my island on the southern hemisphere, so I had all the Australian fish. Yeah, that game was very fun. So my brother would come to my island to fish for the southern hemisphere fish for his thing. Very fun. All right, I'm going to do a big jar, so I think probably this whole bag. The kids are playing Mario in the background. You played about 15 years ago, the first one? OG Animal Crossing. My husband's store is moving right along. They're just waiting on the inspection now. Once the inspection is done, they can finish the humidifiers and move on in. Oh, that's cool. Carrie on the Wii. Yeah, I knew Animal Crossing was on the Wii. I tried to find the original to play it, and I just didn't get past the Wii part of it. I was like, that's too much effort. Don't want to play it that bad. I am doing Brussels sprouts with mustard seeds and dill seeds, bay leaves, and garlic. She said, no frickin' way. Oh my gosh.
Mom, this actually works.
Cool. I have some Brussels sprout peels for you guys to take the chickens in a minute. She plugged in headphones for the gaming system. I have tried it with the garlic and the Brussels sprouts, or the mustard seed before. I have not done it with dill seed. Yeah, I've done it with apples too. Apples was really good actually. With the Brussels sprouts and apple. Maybe even Brussels sprouts, apple, and garlic might even be good too though. That adds a lot more polyphenols to it, which is really nice. Yes. They just take so long, but I have room on my fermenting tray right now, so I'm like, well, I should probably do it. I don't have anything else to do yet. I have to run, but I'll watch this when you post it. Can't wait to make it. Whoop whoop. See you later, Carrie. Have a good afternoon. All right. This is like the worst part of Brussels is peeling these outer layers. That takes the longest. I feel like cabbage, honestly, I feel like cabbage is faster than Brussels sprouts. It's faster to ferment. It's faster to prepare. So you don't have to massage the Brussels sprouts. But you don't really have to massage cabbage. You can. Just depends. It's up to you. A lot of times I'll just cover the cabbage, put the salt in there, mix it real quick, and then let it sit. Cover the bowl and just let it sit on the counter for a couple hours. And come back and it's like pretty well and broken down. You can do that with other like really water heavy veg too, like eggplant and zucchini. If you salt eggplant or zucchini, you can make them get more crispy because they have a lot of water in them. If you like that like crispier eggplant. I like a crispier eggplant. But my favorite way now to eat eggplant is as baba ganoush. I like baba ganoush. It's like I like a dip. I should make it baba ganoush with kefir in it. I bet they would like that's right on brand for that whole like culture. They put yogurt in all kinds of stuff. I have a whole book about it. I checked a book out from the library called Yogurt and Whey, and it's like all of these really awesome Lebanese recipes, and she does a bunch of fermented foods and yogurts and recipes with yogurts and meals with all the stuff. Really good. Super, super good. I want to make this cucumber yogurt sauce. It looks really similar to tzatziki. I don't remember what it was called, but it looked really good. What's everybody got going on this Sunday? Tell us your story. What are you up to? Oof, this one's got sad looking leaf, hard to peel. What happened to you, Brussels sprout? There we go. Got it. Did the quinoa in the sardine nuggets for lunch. It worked well. Sweet. Sweet. That's good to know. I have a little bit of quinoa left. It's almost gone. My fridge is pretty empty, honestly. Like the emptiest it's been in a while. Not a thing. Just done making overnight oats. Nice. Very nice. What do you put in your overnight oats? In the process of straining cucumber for tzatziki? Woohoo! It's gonna be so good. I need to put that recipe in my book. I've been working on my book, and I've been working on a talk that I'm doing at the end of this month. I'll end up live streaming it on here too. I'll just put the camera on while I'm doing it. It's on household toxins. So basically the things in your life that you can control, you know, the one thing that you can truly control in this world is what you buy to clean your house. Like, you can be in complete control of that. pretty wild. So I'm gonna have a nice handout for that explains everything and why it's bad and what to avoid and what to look for, and some recipes from my book. Chia seeds, protein powder, nut milk, and oats and blueberries on top. Oh, are you still doing kefir? You should put some milk kefir in there instead of protein nut powder, or instead of nut milk. That would be, it could probably replace protein powder and nut milk, honestly. Yeah, it could. You could put a little drizzle of maple syrup in there if you want. You put some yogurt in there too? Good. That helps. Yeah, that helps to break down. Yeah, the yogurt's great too. Yogurt or kefir. I have a recipe for kefir overnight oats in my book. What? The overnight oats? I will have to plan that because we've been drinking our kefir just about as fast as we make it. Although I have another jar going at the moment, so we might be able to swing it. Kefir overnight oats are okay. I tend to avoid overnight oats because I don't feel like there is enough protein in them, and I don't count protein powder as protein because your body doesn't recognize it as real protein. So then you're like, what else do I put in there? You could put like nuts and seeds and stuff, or you can have it as a side dish with your eggs. You know what I mean? Not have it as the meal, have it as the side. Oh, you haven't made kefir yet. Oh, I thought you had kefir. Yeah, the custard oats looks good. Did you do it? That looked really good. Holly, the delay is killing me. Waiting for you to answer me. Did you make custard yet? Did you make the custard oats? Tell me about the custard oats. You did make them. I'm just chilling right now, eating some cucumbers and carrots. I had a big birthday party for my youngest yesterday. Oh, yeah, you need a recovery day for sure. I had a recovery day yesterday. I just hung out yesterday and worked on my book. So custard oats, Holly sent me a reel of it this morning, and you cook oats till they're kind of still a little bit wet, and you beat up some eggs on the side, and you temper the eggs with the oats and like mix it together and keep adding the hot oats into the eggs until it's like oatmeal custard. Does that make sense? I know you cook things, so you should, I assume you know what tempering is. But I can explain it if anybody doesn't know what that is. Right? Custard oatmeal. Who would have thunk it? And if you can do like a 5-egg custard oatmeal, I mean, I could probably eat that. Seems legit. It's a good way to use some eggs. It doesn't need to be that loud.
I can barely even hear it in the headphones.
The headphones are busted. Maybe the volume's turned down on the headphones.
Nope, they're all the way up.
Huh. I think your headphones might be busted.
Also, if you want to hear it,
They're playing video games together.
what happens?
I like it when they play like a game together. When they're playing both together on the TV, I'm like, do that as long as you want. Yeah, add butter. Made it with milk too. The protein she made hers with and water. Yeah, sounds legit. Hi, how can I help you? What do you need? I'm peeling Brussels? Do you want to peel Brussels?
Since that we have 4 tickets and since he only has 2, I think mine actually must have been accidentally erased.
I think you've probably just been spending tickets and not really paying attention to what you're doing. I'm not the one who's really keeping track of it. You guys are.
It's a random choice.
All right, we're almost done. Big ol' pile of Brussels sprouts here. I decided I was going to do this in just like a reel, just like film a reel, like a boring, basic ass Instagrammer. But then I was like, you know what? I could just go live and save it and chop it up into a cohesive reel later. Because I would much rather hang out with you guys. It's way more fun to have a real body double than it is to make a reel. Reels are boring. Lives are way more fun. Far superior. Okay, we have peeled the Brussels sprouts. Pull up my sleeves here. All right, so I'm going to turn on my scale. I just have a basic Weight Watchers kitchen scale that I bought at a thrift store. Okay? You don't need anything crazy. Does not need to be anything crazy. And we're going to just cut up some of these Brussels sprouts. Let's see what's ending. I'm going to do quarters this time. So I cut them into quarters along the tail there. And I'm going to tear my scale and start dropping Brussels in as I cut them. As long as you add weight to it fairly regularly, it doesn't usually shut off. It's just when you like get sidetracked peeling a bunch of stuff and don't add any weight for like 5 minutes that it becomes a problem. And I just am super left-handed. You guys can't see what I'm doing because I'm putting my whole arm over the cutting board as I cut things. If they're smaller, I will just cut them in half. But if they're big, I usually quarter them. Whoop, there goes Brussels. Will it eat a raw Brussels? Nope. That's a no. She'll eat fermented Brussels. She will not eat raw Brussels.
I have an idea just now.
You're excited for the ferment along? Yeah, I'm a left-handed writer, but I do everything else right-handed. Oops. In writing, I'm kind of ambidextrous, but I favor my left hand. But I throw right-handed, I catch right-handed, I cut right-handed, use scissors right-handed. Phone died. Did I miss anything? Now we're chopping. We're just on to the next step. Chopping and loading into the jar. Didn't miss anything. I'm cutting them into quarters or into halves height-wise. She's a lefty. Nice. That's awesome. Both of mine are consummate right-handers. My husband is a righty. I don't know if it means anything. I've heard things, but I don't believe them necessarily. All right, we're beating the clock so far. My thing hasn't fallen asleep. These are very slippery. Oh, that one's a little yucca. So I like the spring a lot for Brussels sprouts, but you need the jar to be fairly full for the spring to do anything. So if I don't have enough of these Brussels, I don't know what else I can add to it. I think I might have more Brussels somewhere else. Yeah, there's got to be something. I've heard it's like left-brained or right-brained. That's like 5% of the population are lefties. You're a lefty too? You also throw, catch, bowl right-handed? Ah, can you use scissors with left or right? Yeah. Are you also very creative? I think that's supposed to be one of those big extra, like lefties are always very creative. From what I hear. Oops. Yeah, it's like 5%. It's not high at all. Makes you wonder if there's like any patterns in all left-handed people, if they have like specific behavioral traits, right? So she's very creative. Yeah. I'm very creative, but I'm not super artistic, if that makes sense. Like I can come up with some ideas. Like if I had a millionaire who just wanted to like fund and run the businesses that I have ideas for, we could make a mint. But I don't have a millionaire in my pocket or business investor in my pocket who wants to take on my creative ideas and run with them. So Shay Levy. Some of them I cut the little tail off of. It just depends on what the tail looks like. Sometimes it looks like it's tough. And I'll cut that little nubble off of it. Other than that, I'm just cutting them into quarters down the lengthwise. Little nugget. They tried to make me switch what hand I would throw and catch with. I originally was trying to throw and catch with the left hand, and they like switched my glove to the other hand for some reason, and then I ended up catching and throwing with my right hand. Yeah, they stay super crisp. Like I let them ferment for like a month without any tannins in there. I've never had a bay leaf in there before, but I want to see what it does. So I almost thought that Brussels sprouts or something really hard like this might be a really good use for kefir whey or yogurt whey to help to speed up the fermentation process a little bit, because they take a while to break down. They're slow. I tasted them at 2 weeks and I was like, it's pretty chewy still. It took till like a month for them to really, really break down. So when I make them, I make a half-gallon jar because I'm not trying to be making something that takes a month to brew every week. You know? Like, if I have to make a jar of something every week, I want it to be something that only takes 2 weeks to brew. Sierra said she's on already. It's early. It is early. It is early. But I felt motivated to do it now. And I was just going to make a reel, Sierra, but I was like, I bet some of my friends whose husbands work on Sundays too might want to hang out. It wasn't really, wanted to find somebody to chat with. That's really what this is. And it keeps me focused. So I don't get distracted, don't get distracted. Oh, I did not cut that one in half at all. Let's take that back out. Well, that one even has a wonky leaf on it. I'm going to cut that off. Get off of there, wonky leaf. Okay, that's better. I've now gone down to cutting in half, so it's going to be halves, and half quarters. Hi, Alyssa. Hi. What up, girls? Making Brussels sprouts. I'm thinking about, I really am thinking about adding apple to this. I have some apples. Oh, snap. Another floor Brussels sprout to the dog who will not eat them unless they're fermented. She's like, ugh. She just laid down. That delay, I swear, it's got to be 20 seconds. I say something and then it comes to you guys. It's like 20 seconds. You're making tea for kombucha. Nice. I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow. There's still a little bit of kombucha in there. It's probably gotten kind of sour at this point. I should taste it and see how tart it is. I have a little tiny one. I'm going to throw that one in whole. I'm going to get some kombucha. Yours done tomorrow. Yay. I'm going to get some kombucha right over here. It's not super sour yet. Need to start some more kefir cheese and season what I have going. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, it's so good. Yeah, if you could taste it, it might be good to go today. It's very possible. Yeah, the one I tasted just now is one from last week the last jar from last week. They've kind of slowed down on drinking it. A lot of times I will make a slightly sweet tea and top off the kombucha. So I'll put in like a quart of a different kind of tea. So you could do like a chai tea, or I've done hibiscus a lot. Hibiscus is really yummy. And then they'll drink on that with the kombuchas like mixed into it, and it'll ferment it a little bit. And then that kind of tides us over until the next batch is ready. And it's not actually the worst idea to like dilute it down a little bit with some tea just for like helping it stretch, because my kids drink it fast. They drink it really fast. Okay, I think we have enough to get this jar full at least. You want to try hibiscus? It's really good. I do probably 6 half teaspoons. Let me see what it says I have in there. Hold on. Let's see. This is the one I have. This is a teaspoon, I think. I usually do like 6 of these teaspoons in my teapot. Ooh, elderberry hibiscus. That sounds delicious. Delicious. Oh, don't let it fall asleep. Good gracious. You guys, don't distract me. Don't distract me. We're almost there. I'm going to have to add water to it. I'm going to put some spices in here first, I think. We're just going to eyeball it. We're going to measure with our hearts. Okay. I'm going to put one big old bay leaf in here. Just like slide it down the side. Okay. And then I'm going to put probably a teaspoon of this mustard seed. Yeah, mix it with some hibiscus. That'll be really good. I mean, any flavor will work, or you could just mix it with juice or whatever you want. Probably juice is too much sugar. I like the tea better. But yeah, stretch it a little bit. Or you could just add like a tablespoon of it to a different kind of tea. Small amounts over ice. Yeah, that helps to stretch it. All right, we're going to put a little bit of dill seed in here. Probably like a tablespoon. And then I'm going to fill this up to the neck with water. The brine from the Brussels sprout smells like farts, but it tastes super, super good. So this is one we want to make sure we have lots of. I'm going to get a little more water. Hold on. Okay. To the neck. The weight of our jar full of Brussels sprouts is 1,737. Hold up. $1,737 times 0.03. We need 52 grams of salt. And now that I'm thinking about all of this, I'm like, where did I put that clove of garlic, and will it fit in here? Because the garlic clove made it smell less like farts and more like heaven. Oh, here we go. We're just going to cram some of these in here really quick and try not to let the thing go to sleep. I really need to get some purple cabbage going for my aunts. And I'm so excited. We got a set of springs to try. I love the springs. I love them. I love them. Like, take my experience. I've tried everything. Less like fucks, more like heaven. All right, I'm just like partially crushing this garlic, like I'm super, super lazy, and I'm just gonna shove them into the thing. We're not gonna let our thing lose its weight. We're gonna tap it periodically. Don't fall asleep on us now. We know your tired scale. You've got this. We're almost done. Gonna do some math again. I don't think they're gonna add that much weight, but just to be sure. I mean, realistically, we have a pretty wide range. You can add anywhere from 2% to like 7 or 9% on stuff that needs more. Okay, 17. No, that's a fair amount. 1748 times 0.03. Still 52 grams. Okay, so now we take this, we set it back on our scale, and we hit the 0 button. So now it weighs nothing. So this is how we weigh our salt. So we're going to add in 52 grams of salt to this jar. And it's a fair bit of salt. So when you see somebody say, put 2 tablespoons of salt on 4 heads of cabbage, it's not enough. I use Malden's salt. It's a sea salt. It melts really, really nicely. Yeah, that's like 5.5 tablespoons. So just when you're looking at a recipe, if it says add 2 teaspoons of salt, it's not safe. It's not enough. It's not enough. And you can do a really, the recipe in the book I was looking at, the Lebanese book, they had a recipe for a pickle, and it was 2 teaspoons of salt. I was like, what? Malden. It's backwards for you. Malden. Sea salt. Okay. This is my fermenting drawer. My drawer of all the things. Yeah, it's a 2 teaspoons. I was like, what? That's not enough salt. Not enough salt. Okay, so I have this nifty fermenting lid. It has a little flippity flap and this nifty fermenting spring that I am a huge fan of. I've had every fermenting gadget in the existence of fermenting gadgets. This one's my favorite. So I'm going to put the little gasket inside of my thing. It has a great gasket. You push the spring in, and then you just put the lid on it and close it. And it presses the Brussels sprouts down below the brine. So just maybe a couple leaves have escaped, but not nearly what Brussels sprouts normally do. Brussels sprouts are amazing escape artists. Should be able to rearrange my pantry and get another shelf. Yeah, there's lots of room in your pantry when it's not full of chips and snacks. The new chips and snacks are Brussels sprouts and pickled carrots and kefir and liver and sardine nuggets. So that was it. We did the thing. What time is it? 4 o'clock. It's a little early to do my kefir yet, I think. Let's look at it. I'm going to put this over on my fermenting shelf. Well, maybe not too early. It looks ready. Yeah, it's close. The top is already splitting. There's definitely whey pockets. Yeah, it's ready to strain. I could strain it now. My mom told me, what are you doing to my grandkids that they like sardines and sauerkraut? Being a good mother. My kids' main obsession right now are sardines and sauerkraut. Yeah, nutrient density. Oh, and kefir cheese is the best. Yes. Kefir cheese is the best.
You want to hear it? You can't, because you're a baby.
That's the best. They're so smart. So smart. Smart and nourished. Okay. So, let me get my spot cleared off a little bit. Yeah, I'm cooking liver. When I cook liver, my kids come running in here. Liver! I love liver. They're funny. Little nourished chitlins. You know what's good? Oh, I missed an entire clove of garlic. Oh well. Wasn't meant to be. Into the chicken bucket. Take these out to the chickens. Oh. That can go over there. And I don't need my scale. I need to decide what I'm cooking for dinner tonight. I'm thinking I have beef. I have a bunch of beans. I need maybe making rice and doing taco bowls. It's too bad tomatoes aren't in season. I could really get down on some fermented salsa. It's so delicious. We're going to be doing so much fermented salsa this summer, guys. Like, whenever there's extra tomatoes, that's going to be the thing of the summer, I think. We'll see how my tomatoes grow, or if I even have a garden over here this year. I might just grow them at my mom's house, potentially. I need to get a cattle panel to put for a tomato trellis over there. She has just like the tomato cages, and they just fall over. They're so flimsy. It's stupid. I had to send you a picture, V. But my oldest are a sign on her wall saying, "Drink your kefir every day, eat your sauerkraut every day." Then I hear them saying to each other, "Just eat it, it's good for your gut." Yes, it is good for your gut. You'll never have headaches if you're a little sauerkraut eating baby. Get your salt, take it straight to the head. All right. I'm going to get the jars to do kefir. 1 second. I have... Hi, kids. Someone please go grab me a purple milk from downstairs. Please and thank you. Just one. Thank you. I know, that's why I'm asking you to go get some. You guys, the kids had a hot sauce challenge yesterday and they drank all of the milk. Can't wait for salsa. Man, eggs and kefir cheese and salsa. Oh, on a queso filled omelet. Yes, Donovan?
We literally mixed the general with the bomb.
Oh, the general bomb. Kefir in the daylight. I need to do mine. I know. They're funny because my husband likes to watch that hot sauce show, Hot Ones. The bomb. We have the bomb from Hot Ones. If you don't know what that one is, it's like the hot sauce on Hot Ones that messes all the celebrities up. Yeah.
You're talking about protein powder and how your body doesn't access it as protein. What does it think it is?
Sugar. Spikes your blood sugar. They think it's a carbohydrate. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Full service. Thank you, sir. I need that lid. Thank you. He opened it up for me. All right. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Yeah, I think it's done. It looks done. So I'm going to give it a nice stir. Like, it's still a little early for mine too, but yeah, it's ready. Yeah, I don't do protein powder. I try to get protein from food items. You don't need that many. You just need to eat food. You just need to eat food. You're a wimp when it comes to hot stuff. I can handle myself. I don't like go out of my way seeking super hot stuff, but I can hang on the hot food. We had some of we like to do when we test the bomb because we're telling people about it. We like to dip a toothpick in it. Just dip the toothpick and lick it off. And it's definitely hot, but I was the only one who didn't hit the milk up after the last time. I was like, what's going on with my day? Like, I can hang. Now, if I had to eat a whole hot wing covered in it, I don't know. That's a whole different scenario. Like, you're burning your lips off. Nene likes the hot, spicy food. I've been adding kefir whey to the kids' smoothies when I'm desperate. Heck yeah, that's a good way to do it. Mild to medium. I have some friends who can't do heat at all. Like, if there's paprika in it, they're like, this is spicy. Like, it's not spicy. It's not spicy. Goober. This is really early. I should probably make a third jar because they're going to be way over fermented by the time I get up in the morning. I don't like it so hot that I can't even taste the flavor anymore. My husband says the flavor is the hot. Oh, yeah, one of those. I hear you. Are you over there farting? It smells like somebody pooped their pants. She thinks farts are funny. Yeah, I like to taste my food too. That is actually one of the traits of one of the gene breaks. I don't remember. I think it's MAO. I would have to look at the book again. I read this book called Dirty Genes. And in the book, he talked about, I think it's like 8 of the different gene mutations. So he talked about MTHFR, he talked about MRR, he talked about COMT, MOA. There's like, I think there's like 8 of them. I don't remember exactly which ones they were now. I only paid attention to the ones that like I felt like I had so that I could figure out how to help myself. And it worked. It did work. Yeah, it's a whole thing. You know that doctor? Dr. Ben Lynch? Yeah, that was a good book. For sure. Super good. Oh, he used to have lives? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, his book was good. It was very interesting. I learned a lot from that, but from that I went deeper into my own stuff. It was pretty basic. I'm like 9 of them is not very many. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme of, wow, there was a lot more greens in this one. That's vid. I split them into 2 jars because I'm trying to grow some to send to people, and I want to send them at least enough to be able to make a cup of kefir to start. When I first got my kefir grains, he sent me like literally 10 kefir grains, like 10 of them. It was pathetic. And I didn't know at the time how pathetic it was. Now I know. I'm like, really? 10? It wasn't even a teaspoon. And the instructions were like, put them in a quart of water or milk. I was like, that's way too much milk. Now I know that's way too much milk. If I was starting with 10 grains, I would have put them in a quarter cup of milk to start. That is not the instructions that were sent. Yeah, they look different from the first ones. There's a bunch of different shapes and stuff. What were your first ones from Donna Schwenk?
You guys were from here. Oh, yeah,
When I was trying to grow kefir grains, my goal was to split them off. So like anytime I got more than the amount for the jar, I would take like that teaspoon of grains and move it to a new jar. And then I would start feeding that like a cup of milk. What? Oh no, that's not funny. That's not funny. That hurts. So I'd split them off into a new jar, give them like a cup of milk. And as those grow, I would put more and more milk in there. And then the other ones would still be growing, and I would split those into a new jar. So I actually ended up growing like 25 teaspoons of grains to take to an event. It was a lot. I used a lot of milk. A lot of milk. Oh, they were the freeze-dried ones. Oh, yeah. And hers weren't mine originally. Hers are from Donna. So technically those are Donna grains that were freeze-dried. Are they rip-a-roaring? Are they doing the thing?
I heard you say that kefir grains originally came from Europe.
Yeah, they came from the... What are you opening? Taking the full one? The Caucasus Mountains. Yours isn't doubling. Not yet. Is it starting to grow though? You guys are kind of like testers, because I grew out I brought back some of the freeze-dried kefir grains just to see if they would come back, but I didn't keep them separate for long enough to like see what they would do in an extended period of time. I just like put them in with my other grains. So I don't really know. So it's been, when did I send them to you guys? Put this in the sink. Part of me wants to make a fourth jar. I'm going to be making kefir cheese. Yeah, I'm going to fourth jar. Because I don't want 2 jars of overdone kefir. And I can always make my husband a smoothie for breakfast and put it in there for him. It's been 2 months. Got mine and started them on February 6th. Okay, cool. And yours just started growing like, when, last week? What I need to do is, because I think kefir grains grow faster when they are a little bit hungry. So now I'm starting to think I need more than 1 jar of kefir so that I could ferment some of them for 48 hours to grow, like alternate with longer fermenting it. Because I want my kefir every day. So I can't just this is how I could do it, where I make it in batches and I just have several jars of kefir that I have back that I can drink on in the fridge. But that takes up a lot of refrigerator space, and I do really like it room temperature and fresh. So I'm torn. Pretty much they were getting more plump, but now they're starting to multiply a bit. Okay, good. I'm glad they were kefiring. That was the important part. This is going to use up a bunch of milk, but I want to make some cheese. Maybe I'll put heavy cream in one of them. Yeah, this is like already almost gone. My half-gallon a day kefir addiction over here. This is why I can't afford raw milk. Getting bigger, but they're not multiplying. But yes, making kefir. Yeah, I'm still gonna send you some of mine. I was wrong, Donovan. I need 2 things of milk. I need another one. Can you grab me one more, please? Thank you.
Raw?
No, the regular. This kind. I don't know what I'm saving my raw milk for. I should use it. I do think they'll get better eventually. It took mine several months to start really rip-roaring and going good. Have you let them go 48 hours at all yet? Since the beginning? There we go. Me going through milk like crazy again while I'm trying to build. But I think I need to keep a bigger supply of grains to send to people. So I just have to figure out how to do that. Let them get hungry. And when they started getting bigger, I wasn't losing them all the time in the strain. Yeah. I need a strategy. I'm thinking, how can I do this where I could let them... I think I'm going to let one jar get hungry. Like alternate them. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. After tomorrow night, I'm going to leave one of them to get hungry. And then I'll strain one of them. And then from then on out, I'm going to alternate. That's what I'm going to do. All right. And then I don't... It's the tricky. It's just like figuring out how to make enough kefir so that I have enough for me to drink, for my kid to drink, to put in my husband's smoothie, to make cheese out of. So right now I have some cultured butter, but I need some more kefir cheese. So one of these jars will go to kefir cheese. One of them will be my breakfast. One will be split by the children. And this one is up in the air. It might go to my husband's smoothie. It may end up in the cheese strainer too. We shall see. Yeah, I have butter. I didn't actually, so what I did, I'll show you. Where is it? So, these are my favorite now. Absolute favorite. I need to make them again. Super duper favorite. Okay. So, what I did was I second fermented with a cup of the kefir and the rest was heavy cream. And instead of whipping it, I just strained it. You see it?
Wait, did you? Look down here.
So it's kind of like kefir cheese. It's like a hybrid. Yeah, using half and half to make it into cheese is really yummy. It's good that way too. What recipe? The kombucha is 1 cup of sugar for the 2 weeks. Yes. It's 2 cups of sugar for a month. My kombucha area over there is stacked right now. So this is super yummy. It doesn't taste like butter. This is cream cheese. It's literally cream cheese. Yeah. I mean, I use regular milk to make cream cheese type texture too. That's yummy. I want to put salt in it. I want to add some salt. I'm just going to eat it off the knife. Okay. I need lids. I'll be right back. And these are just going to go onto the counter until tomorrow sometime. There was about 1.5 cups in each of these jars. Generally, I do 24 hours for a cup, but I'm hoping one of these is going to look completely done by the morning. It's 4:22, so I'm assuming it'll be fine. I'm hoping it'll be fine. I'll be sad if I don't have my kefir for breakfast. Sometimes I have to make do if it's not ready, if I did something wonky, abnormal. So over here. This is what's left of my ranch kefir cheese. I need to do, maybe I'll ranch up this one. Ranch up this guy. It's very full in the bowl. It would be hard to mix it. I think that's probably why I didn't salt it, because it's very full. Which recipe? For the ranch? For the kraut, the Brussels? This one? I'm going to post the live right after this. I always share it. Oh, for the cream cheese. Yeah. So do you have the kefir, Tina? A kefir milk starter? Kefir grains? And the Brussels. Well, you can watch the replay for the Brussels. It's pretty easy. The Brussels, you just chop them up and put the jar on the scale and tear the scale. And then you put the jar on there and then you fill it up with your chopped up Brussels. I usually quarter them or half them, depending on their size. And then you could put in seasonings. I put mustard seed, dill seed, and some garlic. And then you fill it up with water. And then you take the weight of everything in this jar and multiply it by 0.03 to find 3%. And that's how much salt you add to it. And then you put a lid on it and let it sit on the counter for a month or more. I have more than one of these now, and they're not all the same. So I have this nifty gadget. I'm going to show you. This is what I use to make cream cheese. It's called a jelly strainer. If you have one, you can use it. Otherwise, you can use just like a cotton tea towel or a cheesecloth or something. Cheesecloth, usually you have to double because you don't want all your cheese to escape. So it has this bag. I like to turn it inside out so there's no seam. I just think it makes the cheese look prettier. And I put it in over the little edge on the thing. Just like that. Yeah, this is all in my Amazon store. And then you just set this on top of a bowl or a Pyrex or whatever. And then you can take a whole quart of kefir. I usually like to wait until it's a little bit separated or really separated. Up to you. It's going to be more tangy the longer you let it separate. And you just pour it in. And I set a plate on top of it just to keep anything from falling in it. And I let it drip into that bowl for 24 hours. If you do like 12 hours, it'll be thick like Greek yogurt. If you do it for 24 hours, it's thicker like a cream cheese. I like to make it into dips, spreads. I flavor it up with all sorts of stuff. It's very delicious. It replaced cream cheese in my house. I use it with anything that I would use cream cheese. It's super, super good. And it's very good for you. What's happening over there? The press was interesting. I would have to have access to a lot more milk, I think, if I was going to start into cheese making. Because I feel like making cheese with raw milk is a lot better, and raw milk is frickin' expensive. So I'm not going to like spend 70 doll hairs on raw milk to turn a gallon into one chunk of cheese. You know what I mean?
I do still really want that cheese.
He liked it a lot. He liked that cheese a lot. This cheese is pretty good.
That's cream cheese?
Mm-hmm.
I really love the solid cheese.
You what?
What I meant was the solid cheese.
He liked the hard kefir cheese I made. I got a press, and I pressed it for like 24 hours just in this sack. I just wrapped it up and put it in the press, and it got all the water out of it. And once all the whey was out of it, then I put it in a brine of water and salt and calcium carbonate. I believe it is calcium carbonate. You just need a tiny, tiny bit of that, and let it sit in the brine. But I think I let it sit in the brine too long. It probably only needed to be in there for like an hour because it was a pretty thin cheese, so it got really salty. But Donovan liked it. So if I was going to do it, I would need to make like a gallon of kefir to strain. Maybe if I made it with half and half or heavy cream, it would be less whey to strain out.
Oh, he's home.
Huh?
I can tell Daddy's home.
You think Daddy's home? Did he just open the garage?
No, but he is here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
No, you don't cook it. You ferment it. That'd be a painful price for cheese. Yeah. Yeah, it's like if I had a cow with an abundance of milk, heck yeah, I'll get into cheesing. Do it. I don't currently have a cow. Our garage door isn't working. My husband's working on it right now. He's home. So that means I'm going to get off. Good thing I got on live when I did. I wouldn't have been on at all. How good is that? I'm going to get off, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.